Alright, so Paddy Pimblett versus Benoit and Denis, man. This is one of my favorite fights that I've come up with. I'm really looking forward to this. And so let me explain. A lot of people have this fight wrong, man. I see a lot of people heavily favoring BSD or talking about it like BSD is gonna come in and just like absolutely run through Paddy, right? And let me just get into that. So this fight is very close. Not just close of how the fight's gonna go, but in general hard to predict. Because we have two styles that actually kind of contrast against each other. You see, BSD, he has never had a fight in the UFC make it out the second round, man. Paddy's already said it, and you already know he's a marauder. He comes at you and he looks to take your head off, man. He does well, man. Like BSD's most notable win is probably Mauricio Hoofy, where he came in and submitted Hoofy, man. Absolutely amazing win. And it's like, this guy BSD has been going against high-level competition. Dustin Poirier, dude, people forget, bro. He was beating Dustin Poirier in the clinch, on the ground, you name it. Also, because Dustin kept jumping that guillotine, but you know what I mean. Yeah, BSD, man, he is extremely dangerous. I see a lot of people critiquing like online his technique and whatnot, or just like he's slow, he's this. He gets the job done, man. He goes in there and he finishes people. He can wrestle. He has a power threat, submission threat, you name it. Now, on to Paddy Pimblett, right? So, Paddy, on the other hand, we have definitely saw against Justin Gaethje. He has a granite chin, man. If you want to see a good chin, Paddy has a good chin, right, man? And it's like he's insanely durable. He's a very rangy striker. He doesn't do as well in the clinch, but he's a very long ranger. We saw against Michael Chandler him timing the knees on the entries and just these very nice attacks from distance. Although Paddy's grappling, on the other hand, right, we've seen him have a submission threat against people like Bobby Green, and against even just in general, the narrative going into the Justin Gaethje fight was that he was going to take down Justin and, you know, do something to him on the ground, which didn't happen, but that was the narrative, right? And I kind of believed it, right? We saw against Michael Chandler, even if he's not immediately going for a submission threat, but he was doing stuff like jumping the flying triangle and pulling guard, just, you know, doing shit to change where the fight is, dictate where the fight goes. One of the biggest factors, though, that I'm trying to put into this is the fact that Paddy has great cardio, and he is extremely hard to finish. We, like I said, that we've seen against Justin Gaethje, and in general, his whole narrative, scouts just don't get knocked out. Although it's just saying I mean, he does stand by it, bro. He hasn't been knocked out in the UFC, and he's just a very tough, durable guy. He can consistently go the distance, and he's extremely hard to finish. And why this plays a role going into this fight is that BSD, his X factor, his win condition is that he loves finishing people, not just loves finishing. That's how he wins. If the fight gets dragged out, BSD has problems. And it's not, I'm not just saying that because he hasn't made it out of the second round, but it's like BSD has known when a fighter is dragged out of a situation where they haven't spent that time in the octagon, like BSD has never made it past the second round, it's not like, you know, like all of a sudden we're going to see a different version of them. It's like fighters get most comfortable in what they have done in the octagon. And it's like BSD, if Paddy can drag this out into a longer fight, I know this is only 2 rounds, but still, if Paddy can just survive that early onslaught and prolong the fight, we can see it turning the tide. And also, we have to take into accountability is that Paddy's defensive guard, man. BSD's going in there, reckless takedowns. Who knows? Paddy could jump on his neck, throw a triangle up. If he stays active in the guard, I can see BSD's ground game can be diminished. On the other hand, though, we have the other side of it. Paddy Pimblett against Justin Gaethje. Everybody can note Justin's chin. I mean, Paddy's chin. But what people forget is that Paddy got dropped, obviously, like a billion times by Justin. It's just that Justin didn't want to jump into his guard. He didn't want to do that. Every time he would drop him, Justin would kind of, you know, just do that Superman punch, boom, like right on the, you know, jump on him on the floor, a little bit of, you know, just trying to beat him up, but he wouldn't actually try to engage because he didn't want to get caught in anything on the floor. BSD, however, although he's definitely not like Justin Gaethje on the feet, 100%, but if he can crack Paddy on the chin and drop him, it's going to be much different. I see BSD's not going to be scared to jump in the guard. He's going to be absolutely throwing down haymakers trying to knock Paddy's lights out. So in general, I feel like the possibilities for this fight, man, it's either going to be BSD by TKO, either second or third round, maybe first or second round, actually. And yeah, I don't think he's going to knock Paddy's lights out, but it's probably going to be kind of like against Justin Gaethje, where he drops Paddy and then just starts dealing a lot of damage until the ref has to stop it. Or I actually see Paddy by either an early submission or decision, because BSD has never went to a decision. He's never had a decision win. People don't forget about that. He's never had a win by decision. That's the thing with BSD. So yeah, and so this is very tough. It's gonna be, let me tell y'all, the first round is gonna tell the story here, man. If BSD finds a lot of success in the first round and, you know, maybe finishes him, then yeah. But if Paddy can shut down the grappling, use his defensive guard, and prolong the fight, Paddy can put it away. But yeah, my official prediction though, I'm still gonna go BSD by round 3 TKO. I actually think this is going to be prolonged a bit, and I think we'll see BSD actually turn it up, show some champions level toughness, man, and he's going to do it. And I feel like BSD, it's his time, man. I feel like he's a really tough guy, and this might be a little biased because I really like BSD, and I feel like Paddy can rebound from a loss right here. But if BSD loses, it's going to be much harder. He doesn't have that Dana White favoritism. So I think it's better if Paddy loses this. And yeah, my prediction, BSD round 3 TKO, man.